Hello, my name is Terry. This video will cover our investigation of Jefferson Barracks. This occurred in the year 2014, and this is a recount of all the footage that we'd collected from this investigation. It's not uncommon for one investigator to have an unusual personal experience at a haunted location. This particular investigation was very unusual in that 7 to 8 people all had very unusual personal experiences at Jefferson Barracks. I'll go over some of these individual cases. One person standing outside the wall of the powder magazine witnessed a white light that seemed to manifest into a partial human figure before it disappeared. Many of our investigators were hearing the sounds of doors slamming coming from inside the old laborer's house. This happened several times throughout the night. Another person standing outside the powder magazine wall had a green laser pointer. They aimed it at the stone wall, and what they noticed was that when they were pointing it at the stone wall, there was a figure standing 4 feet away from the wall itself, but it was invisible. But the laser light illuminated it before it vanished. And several investigators at the lower level where the railroad tracks are located were experiencing odd sensations of being watched. 2 investigators thought they saw a shadow figure moving at the old amphitheater. We had something very unusual happen. If you look very carefully, you'll see the headlights of a truck which is located about 600 feet away at an adjacent building. This is a German work crew. They're speaking in German. We had several people who were close by to them, and we believe what's going on is that the German government pays people to maintain the graves of the German war dead. There are several World War II German soldiers buried inside Jefferson Barracks. We believe that they were working to maintain these graves on this night, and they were packing to leave. If you listen very carefully to this video, you'll hear 2 voices in addition to our group people talking. The first one can be heard at about the same time as someone is speaking, and it's virtually as loud as our group members, meaning it was very close by. It's speaking in German. At the very end of the clip, there is another German voice speaking up in a whispery voice. Neither of these voices are coming from the people in that truck, which are over 600 feet away. We can't account for it. Their voices cannot be heard by this camera at this distance. This is at a very close by distance, and we believe that this could be the spirit of one of these German soldiers trying to communicate with those workers after having recognized them speaking in their own language. And being unable to communicate with them, we're trying to communicate through our device.
Are they talking to someone?
I think so.
Yeah, they're talking over there. Misschien daar maar weer over to the sound microphone.
Are they talking to someone?
I think so.
Yeah, they're talking over there. Misschien daar maar weer over to the sound microphone. Misschien daar maar weer over to the sound. Misschien daar maar weer over to the sound.
The next clip I believe to be a residual haunting. It's of a male voice saying, "Quittin' time." This is an archaic term that's just not spoken anymore. I believe that this is words spoken from years and years ago, repeating itself from our camera. you'll hear one of our group members speaking. I'm adjusting the camera and you can see the motion shake of the camera as I'm making the fine adjustments to it. There's also an EVP voice inside this clip that is none of us speaking. In the next clip, if you look to the left above the wall, you'll see a streak of white light quickly move by and vanish. This is none of our group members producing this light. In the next scene, a male voice saying, "Help me," can be heard speaking up. It is not a member of any of our group and we can't account for it, but the words "help me" and "help us" do appear very frequently on these ghost hunts at other locations. In the next scene, something very unusual happened. If you listen very carefully, you'll hear the sound of a horse trotting up and down what sounds like a cobblestone road. It's in the middle of the night, and this shouldn't be here. There is, however, a former barn which is still built about 600 feet away from the site where this was recorded that's still standing. We don't know if it's tied to this building, but it is possible that this is a residual haunting repeating itself. The next sound is probably also another residual haunting. It's the sound of a metal hammer striking what sounds like a metal anvil. It's almost as if a blacksmith shop sound is being recreated for us. You can hear it repeatedly striking metal. In the next clip, you'll hear the motion sensor again being triggered inside the ordnance building. This time you can also hear the sound of a foot stomp accompanying it, but there's no one by the camera. On the far side of the ordnance building, some of our group members witnessed a manifestation of a mist which formed.
Yeah, this is.
Well, there was a mist right here when you guys walked through there, and I said, see, it's doing it now, but now it's gone.
It's following us.
This is not the repeat of an earlier clip. You will see another ball of white light to the left of the wall on the far side of the ordnance building. This is a different light.